Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another episode of Pivot Point here in World of Tanks. And today we are in a standard battle on Himmelsdorf. It's a tier 8 battle and we are in the M41 Walker Bulldog, the new-ish tier 7 American light tank. And I'm pretty new to this tank. I've unlocked it fairly recently. I have not fully upgraded it yet, not even close. I have not gotten to the autoloader yet, but I've gotten a package or two unlocked towards that. And we're going to start the battle off by trying to provide a little bit of spotting down here on the western flank, looking down towards the rail line for any tanks that are going to scoot across this little alleyway towards the rail line. So we're tucked in. Most of our tank is hidden. We have good vision. I think anything that is here I should be able to spot first, being a light tank. We take a punt at that object 416, and now I've got his track, so I take another shot, and then wow. There's the pivot point. The first 30 seconds of the match, and I take a slammed shell from a Borsig. I believe he was probably using the big gun, the 150 millimeter, puts it right into a thin part of my turret and takes off all but 35 of my hit points. I can't take a hit from another tank. And I'm so stunned, I couldn't believe he put that shot in, that I have to look, and you can see the big hole. He hit that tiny little sloped portion of my tank there. And basically removed all my hit points. I am just left on a sliver. Any shot from any tank, any caliber gun, high explosive, anything that's in this match, if it hits me, if it hits close to me, I'm going to be dead. So I'm trying to think, what am I going to do now? It's so early in the match, and my effectiveness has been reduced so much. What can I do? So I poke out, and I think, oh, maybe I can throw another shot down here, but there's 4 tanks looking this way. I can't take another hit, so I completely rushed that shot. I ducked it right into the rubble, and I decide, you know what, I'm not going to be any good here. I'm not going to help the team. I need to get out. So first I run straight back so that they don't have line of sight on me. I'm using that crumbled building, and then I make a little dash across. I think I'm far enough away that I shouldn't get spotted because the camo rating on the Walker Bulldog is very good. And it pays off. We do disengage, pull away from that flank, and now we're going to shift using the great speed and maneuverability of the Walker Bulldog to try and provide some support here on the other flank towards the hill. So here you can get a feel for the mobility of this tank if this is one that you're interested in picking up. Here we're going to go up a slight slope, and we're still moving along here at a good 40 kilometers per hour. We're going to make a bit of a sharp turn, and now we're going to climb up the steep slope towards Castle Himmelsdorf. And even going up this slope, we're still at 27, 28, and climbing. We might even reach 30 as we're going up the slope here. So it's not going to take us too long to completely shift and provide some support on this raging battle up here. And we're going to try and do this in a way that we're shooting at tanks that can't shoot back at us. Either they've just fired, or they're looking at an ally, or something that we can try and contribute and help out here in this battle in such a crippled state where we have so few of our hit points left. So one thing we can do is take a look down, see if we can get any sniper shots down into the lower part of the map, and it doesn't look like we have anything available. We're going to scoot across this gap here. We don't want to waste any time, because if we get spotted again, we can get shot from tanks down in the lower part of the map. And we get ourselves down into this position here, and we're looking at a T-29, the Tier 7 American heavy tank. I think we got spotted there, and if he sees me, he's in big trouble, right? He's pinned here. He's on full health, but there's 5 of our tanks basically looking at him. So he knows he's done. He knows he's stuck. He's going to be thinking, well, I'm going to take something with me. But he fired, so I know I'm safe. I can come up, put one in, and now I see his gun point towards me, so I need to get back, because if he's got one more shot left for his life, he's going to take it at me if he can to try and secure a kill. But now he's flooded, he's surrounded by my allies. I pop up, and look at that shot. Threaded it just over my ally and just into the back of the turret there, and it goes in and secures a kill. So, hey, that was nice. We got a kill out of a match that looked really, really bad. And now we can shoot down into this alleyway here, and we can see a couple of tanks, including a tank destroyer. We put one into the SU and remove him, and our next shot goes into, was that a Chinu, one of the Chinese or Japanese tanks there? I think it was. And 2 shots in a row, 3 seconds apart, and we rack up 2 more kills to bring our total to 3. So, hey, that's not too bad. We're doing all right. We're helping out. Again, we're not engaging these tanks from full health, but we're providing support as the Reaper, removing these tanks when they're on very low health and getting their guns out of the game. We had some shots there to the Tiger P. I was trying to track him and put some shots in. I was looking for any kind of hit indicators, either from me or from my allies that were putting shots into the track target, but I wasn't seeing any, so it's a pretty safe assumption that he did pull forward and got out of there. And oh, here's another gift. This is the Object 416, and oh, a bit of unlucky there. Our first shot dives low, but the second one flies true. And look off to the right here. one of my allies was doing a little bit of mountain climbing, and he was not quite effective at pulling that off without losing his tank. So he's removed from the game, which is a shame because this is a really close battle. We could have used him, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes when you try something silly. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So now, again, I'm going to poke into the base here. I'm looking to see if there's any tanks that I can catch unaware, any AFKers, anybody that's looking down the other flank, and I see that there's not. The only guy down there was a heavy tank behind the church. So I'm going to play very, very cautiously here. So I have the speed up a little bit while I'm trying to figure out what to do. I want to play support. I don't want to be the first target that any of the enemies see, because if I am, then they're going to kill me. And then, well, here comes the Borsig. So watch this. We're going to slow this down. I take a shot, and that bounced off a Borsig. Now, my understanding of overmatching is if your shell hits a piece of armor that's angled at more than 70 degrees, it's an auto ricochet, except if the caliber of your gun is more than 3 times the thickness of the armor, then it should automatically penetrate. As far as I know, the Borsig doesn't have any part of its armor, especially its lower front plate, that's more than 20 millimeters thick, give or take. And I'm using a 75, 76 millimeter caliber gun. That's more than 3 times the thickness of that armor. That shot should have gone in. Please tell me what I'm missing there. I've got to be getting something wrong. If you know the game better than I do, and you can explain that shot to me and how I bounced off of the Borsig, please let me know. I'd love to hear it. Leave a comment. If you see me post this anywhere, leave a comment in the video and let me know. So once again, we've kicked up the speed in the video just because I'm trying to play cautious. I'm trying to support this T95E2. He's going to be one of the most valuable allies that we have left. He's heavily armored, he's got a good gun, and I don't want him to get rushed. There's 2 or 3 tanks that are kind of looking down this way at him, and I don't want them all to rush him and surround him. So I'm thinking I'll play behind him, and if anybody comes around the corner and tries to surround him, then I can pump shots in to support. So we're going to have the game sped up while nothing is happening. I'm again looking down this alley. Is there anything that's going to pop this way? Are they trying to flank? And they don't. And now I decide, you know what? We need to make something happen here. There's 4 tanks left on each team. The scores are 11-10, but basically it's 4-on-4. And then we get a nice kill from one of our allies to give us a 1-tank advantage. And again, we're going to be very cautious here. We're just going to look down this alley. And we can see there's a heavy tank. And is he going to back up? It's an IS-6. And we have a great shot into the side of his tank. We're going for a track here. And the shot goes a little bit high into that magical spaced armor as it bounces. And we put another one into his track. It does not track him, but an ally takes him out. And now all that's left are 2 tank destroyers, that Borsig that we bounced off earlier, and a Russian SU. I'm not sure which one of those it was in that quick shot there. But we get the rear of the Borsig, the shot goes in, and we take him out, and we are on 5 kills. And there's 1 tank left. We could go for a Top Gun here. We could have a shot that we took in the first minute of the game, removes just about all our hit points, and we're able to hang in there, provide some great support, and it's an SU-122-44, and he's in this little playpen area. He's kind of sealed off, but I can climb up this rubble, and he's definitely not a 1-hit with this gun, but he might be a 2-hit. Let's see. We get the gun down, we put 1 in, 110 damage, 1 more should do it. He's not facing me. Yes, we sneak it in just before our allies, and that's our 6th kill. We secured the Top Gun in that battle. What a great result. What a way to, you know, show what can happen if you just hang in there. I took that hit really early, lost basically all my hit points, and I had a number of options. I could have just thrown in the towel and said, you know what, I'm just going to charge towards the enemies, light up a couple of them, YOLO it, maybe I'll get some spots, maybe I'll get some assistance damage, get my tank out of there and start a fresh battle. But I didn't. I decided to keep my head, stay calm, figure out the situation, figure out where I could use my tank to support my allies and provide some benefit to my team. And it went really well. And again, I don't know, maybe you could think that was kill stealing, but I really wasn't trying to steal anybody's kills. I was just providing support where I could, putting shots into the enemies where I could, and it turned out really well. We just came across a number of tanks that were on extremely low health, just like I was. And thanks to our flanking and our maneuverability, we were able to remove 6 tanks from the game, putting up 1,000 damage, which, you know, this is a low caliber gun, so that's a good number of hits. We can see we fired 20 shots, 17 of those hit, and 12 penetration. So half of our shots were killing blows, which is pretty cool. Just a unique, interesting game. Again, this is the Pivot Point series. This is fun, interesting stories. Just, you know, this one is all about not giving up, taking whatever situation that you're in and making the best of it. And in this case, I think I made a pretty good salvaged situation out of a mess at the start of the battle. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. It gave you a little bit of a feel for the M41 Walker Bulldog. I think this is my first video showcasing that tank. More of those to come. I am working my way towards the T49. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please feel free to give a thumbs up. I do appreciate it, and it helps the channel out by being a little bit more visible for searches and other things like that. And if you're interested in sticking around for more content, I'm putting out videos all the time, feel free to hit that subscribe button so you can see when the next video gets posted as well. Thanks for watching. See you next time.